to Leadership Signature Series, the leadership broadcast brought to you by the Midwest Leadership Team. I'm here with Shane Whitaker, Assistant General Manager at 1156 Lexington, Kentucky. So, Shane, thank you for being with us today. So tell us, what's your Costco story?
So Costco was a side job for me when I was going to school. It was always meant to be part-time, but I enjoyed the work and the challenge. And as I kept moving up, getting through school, I kept growing in Costco. And by the time I got out of school, I really enjoyed what I was doing and I loved the challenge, so I stayed here.
Okay. So you've been with Costco how many years?
20, just over 26, so working on 27.
Nice. Okay. So that's somebody that's been with the company so long. Tell us a little bit about the locations that you worked at.
I started in 1998 in Tigard, Oregon. Worked there for probably just under 2 years, and then I opened Wilsonville, Oregon as a front-end supervisor. And then I moved from Wilsonville, Oregon to Vancouver, Washington, and opened that as a Photolab supervisor. Was promoted as a Photolab manager there, and then worked in the service deli membership. And then I opened East Vancouver, Washington as a membership manager before rotating onto the floor and doing all the rotations. After that, I moved here to Lexington, Kentucky 11 years ago and have done all the staff rotations here except for receiving. And then I was promoted to assistant general manager almost 3 years ago.
Okay. So you said four locations, Lexington being your fourth location?
Fifth location.
Fifth location. Okay. So having worked at 5 locations, having relocated from the West Coast, what would you say is your favorite position that you've had at Costco?
Probably service deli manager. It was my most challenging one, but the team atmosphere and just some of the pressure, and I'm a big pressure guy. I like to work when there's timelines and when there's deadlines. I like to be in the thick of that. And I think coming into the deli when there's nothing in the case after being wiped out and just building it back up and just seeing like how much the team does in a day. It's kind of like merchandising when you come in and you just see the difference you make every day.
Okay. So not a whole lot has changed from a deli perspective. Still challenging, still a lot of production and hard work that goes into running a successful deli. As an assistant general manager, what do you find most rewarding about the position you're in?
I think teaching and sharing stories and culture. I think it's really my favorite thing is to see somebody that has worked really hard get promoted and see the work that they put into it, and just being able to help guide younger employees into some of the culture things that maybe they don't see or haven't been through. Okay.
I would definitely agree that culture is something that can make or break successful teams, but it's something that we have to stay steadfast as a company into that. So if you're going to give somebody career advice, a new employee, what would you say to somebody looking back on your career? What's the best advice you could give to a new hire?
Stay positive in all successes and everything. It's a challenge, but staying positive and don't let anybody outwork you. Somebody can work as hard as you, but don't let anybody outwork you. So be positive and just keep working. In seasons in life and some of the challenges we have at work, they're a challenge today, but you learn and grow from some of the tougher seasons, and it makes you a better employee.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking the time today. Obviously, Shane, you and I are going to work through the editing and the questions, and you kind of know like how we'll work on the flow. But I feel like this is a really good baseline for us to kind of look at the few minutes that we've taped, and then kind of I'll look at how I structured questions and how your answers are, and then we could kind of work on this editing piece. So yeah, if you want to come back to the office, I'll share this with you, and then you could start kind of editing. We can include music on it. So I'm just curious. The background looks really cool on here, but I think this is going to be really good if we can just get on the same page with how I'm going to ask questions and that sort of stuff. But
yeah, sounds good.